if we will stop just so would you please to sit? No? Yes. So you are now two groups. Each group is made by 4 students, and I will take your name later on. Okay, we should start now. I'm proud to be your teacher for this 2 hours and tomorrow's 2 hours as well. I believe that you will enjoy my lectures and you will get some kind of information. Might be you haven't been read some kind of informations before. My name is Falah Fakhri. I'm postdoctoral scholar here in the Department of Geography and Geology sector of Geography sector. I'm working with SAR interferometry and geohazards. Actually, first of all, I would like to talk to you about the contents and learning outcomes. So, as you have read in the informations or the left there of the course, that the goal of this course is to teach students how to criticize or to increase the level of critically examine, and this the critically examine through the relationship between development and geography and significance of geographical knowledge. So in development and evaluation, if we are talking about development and evaluation, if any one of us would like to create plan for development in any kind of development or in geography, in our paradigm now, we are talking about development geography. So he or she should have a good background and a good base to criticize, because the criticism is the first step of development. For instance, in very simple example, when you say that this good and this bad, what does mean this? That gives some sense. That gives, first of all, that this kind of classification between good and bad, between good things and bad things. And the second of all, you are evaluate the things. And the goal from this evaluation, you need to improve the things and to improve the geography. So, from my point of view, through this course, if you would like to learn this technique of critical thinking skills, so to improve your critical thinking skills, you should learn something about everything. In your case now, as bachelor students, so in this course you will learn something, in the other course in human geography, in GIS, in all your courses from the first academic course until the end one, you have some kind of background. This background will give you the capability to criticize the things. And as I said, the one goal of criticism is the improvement and then the evaluation. So we will talk today, Monday, 17th of November, about two important issues have a very concrete relationship with development geography or development and geography. The first one is sustainability and natural resources, and the second one is soil and factors of soil formation. About tomorrow, we will talk about surface water and groundwater surfaces, and we have a very simple example. You will implement this example using ArcMap. So, as I said, we will talk today about the first topic is sustainability and natural resources. So the technique I would like from you to know how to read between lines. So if I'm reading now sustainability and sustainable resources, and then I will read, for instance, development geography, I would like to make some inferring from this between two lines. What is, I mean, to read the empty, to make some inferring. This inferring according to this background from what you are reading. So what does mean sustainability? And then we will go through natural resources. And what is the relationship between natural resources and sustainability and our topic, which is development geography. So we will talk today, we have in sustainability. What does mean sustainability? And secondly, we will talk about what are the sustainability properties. Thirdly, we will talk about what is the definition of natural resources. Finally, we will talk about what is the classification of natural resources. And we have very interesting videos, and I believe that you will enjoy all of these new things. So what does mean sustainability? All of us, we are hearing and every day sustainable resources and sustainability, and also we are hearing it began this word as a buzzword, as a potential solution. So we could divide our problems according to scale. If we have problem in large scale or in small scale, so we divided our problems as international problems, as worldwide problems. Regional problems as the problems the country faces. For instance, the problem in Finland, the problem in USA, the problem in Iraq. However, when we are talking about local problems, that means we are talking about the very local problems here in Turku, in our area, here in Kopita, for instance. So we want to know what does mean sustainability. We went through the problems, and then we are talking about developing nations struggle with issues of overpopulation, diseases. You know that the news are talking nowadays about Ebola virus in South Africa, and political conflict in many countries, as well as the developed countries and the infrastructure deteriorations. As you have seen, some kind of subsiding and uplift for many reasons, or landslides in many areas. So all of these are problems are faced by many countries as international or local or regional problems. Also, we have the problem of pollution. This picture from Olo, and we have this kind of pollution, air pollution. So this one kind of problem. Also, we have unlimited urban expansion with limited resources. So now we need to know, we went through the problems according to the scale, we went through which kind of problems or the sorts of problems, and we still want to know what does mean sustainability. So the word sustainable means that we are able to be maintained. However, many literatures and many journals, they have some kind of contrasting view about what does mean sustainable or what does mean sustainable resources. It is mean that we have some kind of elusive dream of attaining as it's called heaven on earth, or it's possible to achieve this the meaning of sustainable practically. So we have three concepts of sustainable. The first one is living within certain limits of the Earth's capacity to maintain life. So we have a limit of water source or soil resource or any kind of resource. So we could arrange our life according to this limitation. Or the other meaning is understanding the interconnections among environment, society, and economy. We will go the next slide through these meanings and how much all of these are very important. So, and the third meaning is maintaining of fair distribution of resources, opportunity for this generation and next generation. We have a phrase in my country we learned when I was small kid in the school, that they have planted for us to eat, and our role now we have to plant for them to eat. So the maintaining of resources from generation to other generation. However, I say that the most important elements of sustainability are environment, society, and economy. Actually, I designed this shape that or this figure that all of these elements are as the column of this disk. So if we want to achieve our goal of sustainability or achieve the sustainable, so we have to go through all of these elements. The first one, environment. The second one, society. And the third one, economy. Actually, these three elements we could put in this triangle. Economic has some kind of efficiency, growth, stability, and environmental, we have biodiversity, natural resources, pollution, and also the social has poverty and other elements. So each category has subcategories. So if we will go to go back to this slide, and as I said, if we want to achieve the sustainability, we have to achieve first of all or maintain all of these elements, the environment, society, and economy. We will talk today and tomorrow about this one, because this one of my background and my perspective. So we will talk about natural resources. So each thing, if we would like to put all the things in the world in a systematic way. We have to classify these things according to system of classification. So first of all, we have to put the system of classification and then classify the things as these chairs, these desks, these old cars, these new cars, these old buildings, new buildings, this kind of soils, this kind of plants. So that classification is very important. Also, the classification of sustainable resources has been classified as renewable and non-renewable resources. Most of natural resources are renewable. So, for instance, if we have the shrimps can be reproduced, for instance, by a million each year. However, oil takes billions of years to be reproduced. So this both shrimps and oil are natural resources. However, the sustainability or the sustainability classification sustainability of these both resources are different. So the crucial factor here is time. If we will say that this renewable or fast renewable or slow renewable, as we will see in this classification. So we have this classification. However, as researcher, I don't agree with this classification, but this is what I found. Literatures, as well as you could go through the literatures and find this classification yourself. Non-renewable and non-recyclable resources such as fossil fuels. Non-renewable but recyclable resources such as minerals. Fast renewable resources such as fish or, as we mentioned, shrimps. And slowly renewable resources such as, we will take soil here. And we have some questions about this. And environmental resources such as air, water, soil. But why I put soil and slowly renewable resources, we will see through or during the next hour. Flow resources such as solar and wind energy. This is what I found for the classification of natural resources. And natural resources, as I mentioned, is one type or one sort or one element under the environment. Now we will watch together these videos.
Something's changing Earth's climate. Temperatures are rising. Ice sheets are melting. Weather patterns are changing. Sea level is rising. What's causing these and other changes? Time to round up the usual suspects. In ages past, big changes have been caused by volcanic eruptions, ocean currents, changes in the sun and Earth's orientation to it. And there's been that occasional giant asteroid. But none of these natural causes can explain what's happened to our planet in just the last 150 years. So what's the difference between today and a century and a half ago? It's how we live and work. Our industrial societies have changed more than the landscape. We've been burning fossil fuels. And that's added lots of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, which traps the sun's heat. That's why the Earth is warming, more and more as each year passes. So what's causing this climate change? All the evidence points to us. That's the bad news. The good news? It's a lot easier to change our behavior than any of the usual suspects.
All of these presentations and video you will find in my personal website, through Model. You could go. Also, we have some other videos.
Have you ever thought about where the electricity comes from that helps power your house? But of course, it comes from those thin power lines just outside your window, right? But where did those power lines get the energy from? It's not simply created out of thin air. The majority of the electricity around the world is currently generated from non-renewable resources, such as coal, oil, natural gas, and nuclear power. In order to obtain energy from these resources, they first need to be captured through difficult processes, like fracking, which is used with natural gas, in which a pressurized liquid is used to fracture rock beneath Earth's crust. Then, these resources must be burned in factories. Not only does this contribute greenhouse gases into the atmosphere during their use, but these sources of energy are only available in a finite amount on Earth's surface and will eventually run out. Renewable resources are those that are not able to be depleted. They are sustainable, meaning they are able to be maintained without a large effect on the land. Various types of renewable resources include hydroelectric power, wind power, solar power, biomass, and geothermal. All of these renewable resources are being effectively utilized somewhere throughout the world. This map shows how much of each country's energy generation comes from renewable and sustainable forms. While the United States is in red, showing its majority use of non-renewable resources, many countries are living sustainably, such as Canada, Sweden, Norway, and Brazil. In Africa, the switch is gradually being made to enhance the use of renewable resources, especially that help improve the living conditions in these developing countries. In 2011, the United States primarily used petroleum oil as an energy source. Renewable sources accounted for only 9% of the total energy generated. The most common form of renewable energy is hydropower. This is when water moving to a lower elevation is used to turn a turbine and generate electricity. Wind power works in a similar way, with the changes in atmospheric wind turning a turbine and converting that energy into electricity. In solar power, the sun's rays are transformed into electricity through photovoltaic cells. With biomass fuels, waste from agriculture, industry, and sewage can be reused for the energy that usually gets discarded. In geothermal power, cold water is pumped down into the ground. It is then heated from the Earth's core, and the steam created is used to generate electricity. As of 2013, 100% of the energy in Iceland was coming from renewable resources, while only 13% of the energy created in the United States was coming from those same sources. This needs to increase in the U.S. and around the world, not only to lower the amount of greenhouse gases emitted into the atmosphere, but to ensure that the future of our planet remains in pristine condition. With the use of these renewable energy sources in place throughout the world, the Earth would become a much more sustainable environment to live in, and could be better preserved for future generations. To learn more about renewable resources and how they can be implemented into your daily life, visit this website and spread the word about preserving our planet.
Also, we have the next one. Please take some notes from the videos, as well as I said, I will upload all of these. That's nice, I think.
Testing. 1, 2. Are you recording? Oh, okay. Hello? Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about sustainable development. It all started with a woman named Gro Harlem Brundtland. Here she is. She was the one who spoke about sustainability for the first time in 1987 at the World Commission on Environment and Development. Our journey starts here. Oh, my name's Lisa, and this is Hector. We're both engineers at Radici Group, one of the most active chemicals groups worldwide, specializing in plastics and synthetic fibers. Our production chain, that means all the activities, technologies and resources involved in creating, processing, distributing, marketing and supplying a product. As I was saying, our production chain includes all the steps to make polyamide polymer, otherwise known as nylon. Like in the nylon tights, the polymers are sold as yarn, or granules, or chips. Our products are used as raw materials. Yarn for clothing, sport, or furnishing. Or they become customized by mixing in additives to meet specific mechanical requirements, so they can be molded into parts for cars, household appliances, or electrical and electronic components. We are committed to optimizing resources. We use renewable energy, we recycle and recover materials, and we are monitored by outside organizations that certify our work. But let's look at an example to explain this concept. Recovery is the basis of the entire Radici Group system. We use post-industrial recovery, process the rejects and waste from the fibers department, not to make a new yarn, which has a high energy cost, but to make materials in the plastics department, where they become top-grade products, products that retain the performance characteristics needed for molding polyamide. And we also do post-consumer recycling, a process that takes shredded used plastic bottles, for example, and produces materials good enough to make polyester yarn for apparel and furnishings. The quality of the recycled products is comparable to virgin raw materials. In addition, Radici Group focuses its research on biopolymers, the manufacture of yarn made from processed vegetable sugars. Sustainability also concerns the energy used in production processes. Our partner, GeoGreen, supplies our polymerization plants with 100% renewable and certified green energy. Another example is the Novel Gas cogeneration plant at Radici Chimica in Novare. It produces both electric power and steam. Thanks to the combined cycle, it reduces polluting emissions by 35%. Now, after achieving these excellent results, we're taking on another challenge. It's called a product eco-profile, and you can get one by carrying out a life cycle assessment, LCA for short. An LCA is a way to measure the potential impact of the product life cycle and its energy and environmental load. Our first study has determined the energy impact, the total gross energy requirement, or GER. Hector, please. Total GER is the energy required to produce polyamide, and GWP is the contribution to the greenhouse effect. These values indicate the systems with the highest environmental impact. Starting from the LCA, we have reduced the environmental footprint of our production processes and obtained a model for other strategic product studies. All the details can be found in our sustainability report, which is prepared according to the new international standards and gives a snapshot of our sustainable production chain. So that's it. I hope, we hope, we have clarified the Radici Group approach to sustainability, a good practice that is also followed by every individual in the company. Small actions by everyone can build a better future for everyone who comes after us. Thank you for your attention. Till next time.
So we have the last one, which has some questions. Please take these questions and you could go through these questions afterwards. Okay, I think we have now 5 minutes to discuss about what did you learn